So I don't know why Charles is back fighting already. It's way too early to come back after a devastating knockout loss to Ilia Topuria. Who are his team? Why are they letting him do this? But hey, we're getting another Oliveira fight, so I shouldn't complain too much. And considering he's fighting Gamrot, who's the king of pillow hands, it shouldn't be a problem. Okay, maybe I'm over exaggerating a little bit there, but you get my point. But I actually think this is gonna be a very big factor in this fight. Gamrot just isn't dangerous on the feet. He's very basic too, throws 0 kicks, only boxing, and he's not even that good of a boxer. And that just isn't good when fighting against Oliveira. Oliveira's a fighter who just walks you down the whole fight, and sometimes that doesn't work in his favor, I'll admit it. Especially when he's fighting people with different power like Ilia Topuria. But against someone like Gamrot, who isn't capable of hurting Oliveira on the feet unless Oliveira's shin is completely disintegrated from the Topuria knockout, it works because Gamrot can't really punish him for it. So if Gamrot wants to win, he is gonna have to use his wrestling in this fight. And he's a phenomenal wrestler, by the way. He has really nice entries on takedowns, and this idea that you can't take Oliveira down because he's just gonna sub you is being kinda overplayed. Like, it isn't really true. Like, he's very good at threatening submissions off his back, but we see time and time again how he's just fine with laying on bottom where his opponents can get off ground and pound, and he loses rounds because of that. Now that said, he's still of course very dangerous on the ground. He was very close to submitting Arman multiple times in their fight, and that was a 3-rounder. This is a 5-rounder, which is going to give him even more opportunities on the ground. But Gamrot is still a very underrated grappler. He has very good scrambles and takedowns, and even though I didn't think he won, he even out-grappled Arman in some moments in their fight. But if you look back at that fight, where were the submission attempts? Like, when you're looking at Gamrot as a grappler, it's very obvious that he just lacks that danger factor. He's basically just looking to control you on the ground. And when you're looking at who's given Oliveira problems on the ground, it's Makhachev, who has an insanely good submission game. It's Arman, who has the best ground and pound in the entire division. Both are extremely dangerous on the ground, and compared to them, Gamrot just doesn't have finishing ability on the ground. And I think that's something you really need to have when fighting Oliveira, because Oliveira is one of the most dangerous fighters at lightweight, both on the ground and on the feet. And even though he's declined a little bit, he still looked pretty sharp in the Ilia Topuria fight. So unless that knockout really did a number on him, I'm definitely leaning more towards Charles Oliveira in this fight. I just think Oliveira's gonna have 0 respect for Gamrot on the feet. He's gonna be pressuring Gamrot with his teeps and his superior power, and eventually he is gonna catch Gamrot. And you know, once Oliveira hurts you, he's just so good at finding the finish, whether that be a submission or knockout. And I think Gamrot is gonna get takedowns off and maybe get dominant position. However, this is a 5-rounder, so Oliveira can afford to fumble a round or two, and Gamrot isn't going to be able to cause severe damage to Oliveira on the ground anyways, and on the feet he isn't going to be able to either. And I think that's what this fight comes down to. Gamrot can't hurt or submit him, while Charles is very capable of that. So I'll say Charles Oliveira by 2nd round submission. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe his shin is like completely gone after the Ilia Topuria knockout, maybe he's just completely washed. We don't really know, but judging from his last fight, I still think he got this in the bag. But enough yap for today. Check out my last video where I broke down and predicted a potential super fight between Alex Pereira and Tom Aspinall. But anyways, thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe for some of the best breakdowns on MMA YouTube. Am I just a Charles do BRONX Oliveira, fala galera, Glover Texiera, favela, Glacier, or do you agree with me? Let me know in the comments, and also don't forget to share this to every Gamrot fan you know, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye!